Yeah, good evening, guys. I know this is kind of like an unexpected thing because I'm supposed to be doing a live stream tonight with an awesome guy by the name of Deluxe Baldwin. But I just happened to be out shopping today, hanging out with my son, doing some things, and I just figured, why not? Let's check out what is in the stores as of late. And I kind of got lucky. First thing I want to show off is I ended up getting jalopy. Yay, yippee-ki-yay, happy, blah, blah, blah. Life goes on. Um, got in via Amazon, I believe, because I've lost track of a lot of stuff. The Alpha Trion from Transformers 1. So now that is another figure that I ended up getting. So, I'd be excited, but right now I've got another Alpha Trion open, so doesn't make a difference on that one today. And what is going on, GM? How are you, man? I know this was like a very last second kind of thing. This was kind of like a surprise even to me. I literally just set this all up within a matter of half an hour. So there isn't going to be a live on UltraMegatronus tonight because I will, like I said, be doing a one-on-one interview with Deluxe Baldwin tonight. So I figured, before I do that, make sure everything's going good, I figured why not set up and share with you guys the find that I'm very stoked to actually share with you guys this evening. It is the Transformers Studio Series Thundercracker, which I found in my local Walmart, surprisingly, because honestly, I was not expecting it to be. And I will tell you right now, from first impressions on just the box alone, nice artwork. And as far as the way the figure looks, guys, this is pretty damn sweet. This is looking really good. So instead of me talking about it, blah, 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 let's take a pop open and go with the whole real thing. How is this guy? I haven't really looked at anybody else's reviews on him. So, hey, what's up on, Brick? Well, hopefully it's not something that you'll regret passing on, because I'll tell you, he hasn't been in a while. What's going on, Quentin? What's going on? And Chris, what's going on, man? Like I said, this was a very last second stream that I was going to do before I did the interview tonight with Deluxe. But like I said, I'm going to be taking a look, first impressions on Studio Series Thundercracker, which I love me some sneakers. I only got one left of the Siege Earthrise Kingdom one that I got to get, which is not even part of that. It's the Senator Shockwave one. That would be the one to end my Seeker in that kind of mold. But now that they're remaking the entire Seekers over again, and I know a lot of people first said were like, oh, God, here we go again. I am not going to invest my time into it. Other people are like, well, I guess I'll be selling mine off to get these new ones going. Me, personally, I did enjoy the Seeker molds from the Siege Kingdom Earthrise line. But if I want cartoon accuracy, for sure, I'm keeping my other ones, but I have to. All right, so like I said, I'll give you guys a little bit of a close-up. And like I said, this is beautifully, this looks like what you would expect out of, the cartoon. This is beautiful. And I apologize for the color work because I'm still trying to get used to the lighting and everything else. And I apologize to anybody that's watching on their cell phones because I'm trying to set it up. Set him free. Well, I kind of got him set him free, bro. I got to find my scissors. So, all right, let's set this sucker free. And let's get a feel for what this guy is about, because having him in the box is not going to do us any good. We need to see if this guy is worth the hype and the money, especially nowadays because the Seekers have gone up in price. Oh, I'm sorry, let me take that back. These have gone up in price, and just to confirm, what did I do with that box? All right, so if I'm not mistaken, this is like a Voyager class, and yep, Voyager class, you can see right there, and this guy went for $48. So right now, he is out there. So yeah, I'm going to make you guys stall a little bit more. I'm going to pick the possible model kit. That's sweet, man. Let me know how you like him for sure. Hey, Blanca Limon. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. And of course, bro, if someone, Zan, brother, what's up? Someone is a collector and it brings them joy, why judge? Yeah, I mean, like I said, the camera shows I mean, this is the best. It's like, this is the most accurate I can get for color. So here's what it is. How much was he? Prices have gone up so much on these Voyager molds. They're almost like $50 now. So we're almost like, we're up there paying Canadian. And even the Canadians are like, damn, you guys are getting expensive. So that's pretty good. No, I'm just a guy that's doing stuff that, you know, just damn. No, that's not that bad. I mean, it was better back when it was cheaper. I mean, this should, Voyager, I mean, if that was like $30, I'd be happy. Thank you, Blanca, man. Appreciate that. Hope you enjoy the stream, and hope you stick around for the other stream later on tonight with Deluxe Baldwin. All right, let's get this sucker out. Why is he still bolted in? You know what I hate? Trying to do an unboxing, because I'm not like these other professional secret streamers, you know, like Deluxe and Patreon and all that stuff, that do it and have it all prepared, ready to go. Me, I'm the off the top, out of the way. This is a random kind of thing. Like I said, this wasn't even supposed to happen. Big Am, what's going on, man? Yeah, like I said, I ended up getting him. Ended up getting Tryon, and because we're on the cell phone here and everything else, Tryon, and ended up getting Jalopy too. I had my hands on Blastoff, and I would have picked them up. I did have them at Target. They had Blastoff, and I went to cancel my Amazon order, figuring, okay, I got them in hand. I got it. I'm just going to get them. I went to cancel, and Amazon said, unfortunately, we already have it pre-prepped, ready to go, so we'll be sending it out to you, and it'll be here on Thursday. Well, I'm not going to pay twice for a figure, so what's the point, right? Like that the accessories are being packed in clear bags now instead of tissue paper. I enjoyed the tissue paper. I'm not going to lie. I had a good time with that. But you know what? Everybody has a different preference on what they want. Why is this not coming out? There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, first views, first impressions on this. And the plastic feels... So if anybody's got this copy, let me know. But first impression, the plastic feels all right. DFS, what's going on, man? Everybody's coming into this. Like I said, this is a surprise stream, guys. I'm glad you're able to join me this evening. And again, hopefully you'll be joining me later on when I interview Deluxe Baldwin. Okay, so out of package, first thing I do notice is that the wings are not there. I'm assuming it's because that's how they want to do it. I would have set up my cell phone for the rotation on the table, but lately everything with technology has been going nuts. So as you can see right now, I'm probably frozen on your end as you look at my ugly face on the side view. Next week on how much glitching can you get on a television stream? Alrighty, and I didn't even take out the instructions. Johnny Utah, what's going on, brother, man? How you doing this evening? I haven't done an unboxing by myself like this since, I want to say Solus Prime. And that girl was, I love her, but at the same time, if you guys know what I'm talking about with Solus Prime, it could have been a lot better done, and she wasn't. Oh, well, life goes on. That kind of thing. Alrighty, so accessory-wise, so we've got the tail wings, if you guys can see it. They do come separately for the legs. So fortunately, I could just do this. Bam. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the transformation tonight. Like I said, I want to make sure I have enough time to do the other thing. I don't want to hold him off and be delayed. So here we go. What am I into? Aside from Transformers, Star Trek, Star Wars, Blockies, DC, McFarlane stuff. You know, I range everything. Marvel, not the newer stuff. I've got a few of the newer things, but it's just when you're a collector, everybody in this room will tell you right off the top, it gets freaking packed in the house, and you know, I don't feel like getting moved out because of it. Doing great at 1K. Yeah, by the way, guys, give Up the Nation some love. He finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. That is awesome. I hope I can make it to 150 at least. So I'm happy with that. And man, oh man, this lagging. I gotta get a new. Either I gotta get a new laptop or I gotta get a new provider because I'm getting tired of this lagging. It sucks. It's just really starting to piss me off. Okay, we also have in here. I think this is part of it. Yeah. We also have that is supposed to go with these clips over here. These are the two wingtips here. So there is a lot that is not put into it. but that's all good. Yeah, you know what it is? I want to know what's going to happen with the new line of DC figures. All right, so I guess installation of this is very simple. Just pop it in. That's one side. Like I said, the plastic does feel a little bit different on this. Okay, so there you go. Now we're somewhat complete in regards to that. And then, of course, the final will be the guns, which is, okay, so I'd like to know why. What's the point of doing clear plastic on these guys when you might as well just continue with the color with this guy? It makes no sense. I don't get why they're doing this. Looks nice, looks pretty, but again, there is no point into having clear plastic when you could just make the whole thing the regular plastic color. All right, so cell guns, the nacelle guns are on. Thank you again for everybody joining me. So Thundercracker is here, and again, first impressions on him, he looks freaking exactly the way I would want my Seekers to look from now on. So I'm stoked to see what they're going to do with Starscream and with Skywarp and possibly all the other Seekers. If they're going to redo the entire series, this so far looks promising. This is what we want. Also got, yep, I got Jalopy 2 today too. Razor Claw I got a couple of weeks ago. Not too impressed. They're average. Thanks for the heads up warning on that one. I mean, I figured Jalopy looks the same, you know, like the other ones that came out in the same mold. All right, so we're done with this. So the next question is can I transform this before 8:30 into jet mode to see if this is good without using the instructions? Because I just took the box and honestly I'm kind of screwed because I don't think I don't do the instructions. Oh, okay. So here they are. I apologize for that. So it does come with a sheet of instructions, as you can see. Not to steal like a catchphrase from Patriot Prime and all that stuff. It does come, I'll say, booklet instructions. And if Diecast North was here, would probably say if you see this, you probably understand Mandarin now. All right. So here we go. I'm going to kick back, relax, and try and be in camera frame, especially for the cell phone part, because honestly, it's hard to angle it. God. Again, if I'm freezing on you guys, I do apologize. I don't know. It's maybe my provider. The weather's been acting a little bit wonky too. Hopefully, the clear plastic does not become a new GPS in the 20 years. Well, lately with the clear plastics, they've been pretty solid. I'll give credit where credit is due. They have been pretty good. Haven't had any issues with mine. I haven't heard really with anybody having issues with anything as of late. So if there is issues, please let us, somebody know, let anybody know. As I sit here frozen again. Thank you again. And yeah, at least you get to see my merch shirt and my hat. Oh my Lord. And I'm going to try to see about why I keep doing this here real quick. All right, so I guess I'm going to start doing the transformation. And hopefully this will be a nice one to go with. I'm going to switch over. Well, I'm going to keep this camera on. I just got to at least see if I can watch on the phone video, because if this is freezing over here, you guys are getting nothing whatsoever as a show. And I'm kind of like not happy if this is going on. And, well, I guess to see my frozen face here. All right, well, here we go. I'm going to try this once and for all. Thank you for your patience, guys. And hopefully this is going to start. All right, so I'm going to try and remember if this is similar to what the other molds are. So, taking this apart. So the cell guns are gone and over and done with. These wings are not folding, but they do turn around like this. So the rotation flip goes as follows. Remember, I'm doing this without instructions this time, guys, so I may go back into it. Now, this is kind of weird. If you see the back here, because I got to get the nose cone out, this is going to be a very interesting transformation, I think. So, and this looks, like I said, guys, this looks freaking solid. I'm very surprised at the fact that it feels weak, but it doesn't look weak. And the transformation so far may be simplistic, but the moment I say that, it's over and done with. And what's going on? These Saibeni fam. If I mispronounced it, I apologize. At age 78? Who's at age 78? Because, oh, wait, I just got a notification that Bob Weir, co founder of the Grateful Dead. Oh, that sucks. Dang. And once again, I'm frozen on the screen. Ugh. Okay, so my pre-order to T-Spark Leo Convoy was canceled. Oh, that's cool. All right. Let's see if I can get the sucker transformed now, because this is different from this is different from Thundercracker in the regular jet mode, who I in fact have up there, because I'm going by Seeker version, Tetrajet version. I did not unlock the other one because I was trying to make room. All right, so let me see what they got over here. So I'm lifting this up. This is odd. This is totally different than what I know. All right, let me see about this one over here. Okay, lift that. I may have to go into, yeah, I may have to take a look at the instructions, because so far the only thing I got down was this. Okay, so the feet go down. And, well, as far as the back of the plane is concerned, that's it. That's as far as that goes. So it looks like that's the easy part right there, step one. Do these legs do the whole pushy thing? Yeah, it looks like it's like, I want to say it looks like it's the folding type of legs. How did they go back to the original G1 toy version work? I don't know. I'm just going to see about trying to get this one working at least. And shout out to New York Hunter Impressions, who was on the show last time, and we worked together to do Leo Maximum Convoy. Leo Maximum, yeah, I can't even talk today. All right, so far, I mean, as far as the back of the plane is concerned, done. Now my question is that does this do like the other jets where they have to push the leg in? Let me make sure here, because it looks like the legs do have to push in, but this looks like it does have a hinge and it does pop out. Yes, it does. Okay, so right there is where the legs hinge pops off, and everybody's just blasting me on the phone today. I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully, it's nothing like urgent and bad. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pop the other one off too, just in case. Okay, so yeah, it's weird. It's like it looks like it doesn't do it, but then there's a little insert tab. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I hope I can. It does fold in, so it's kind of similar to what the other ones were about with the Tetrajets. So I'm hoping that's why I'll do transformations online too much by myself, because it gets boring, and I don't want to like bore you guys enough to where you go like, okay, I'm done. Have a nice day. Thanks, UltraMegatronus, but I'd rather watch paint dry. All right, so. And why is this going down no problem? This one's not. Okay, that's in no problem. Okay, so that went in no problem. Okay. Listen for the click, and then you'll got the other stuff here. Okay, so that's in. That's in. Okay, so this is a little bit interesting now, because this right here has to pop here. Again, I'm trying not to have this pop. If I do, then I'm screwed. And I don't want to do that. Break my dang toy here. Oh, yeah, right up there. Thank you. Yeah. I try to keep everything themed, because, I got to reorganize that stuff anyway, just to try and match it up. Because originally I was like, okay, all Optimus, all Megatron. I think I might just have everything themed a little bit better, and hopefully that'll work out. Alrighty. So here's my question in regards to the cone. Because this is popping out. Okay, so this seems like it's going to pop out. I'm not sure if this is supposed to come up. Okay, so this does come up all the way. So this is a very interesting transformation. This is definitely not like the other ones, guys. So expect a whole different type of transformation. I think you might get a kick out of it, and I'm kind of enjoying this. If I can get this done before 8:30, I'll even be happier. But like I said, it all comes down to the simple fact of, can I get this done soon? Okay, so similar to the Tetradrets in the sense, you can pop the hands down, and it looks like you can fold it in. That's one. So some things the same, some things are different. Okay. And then now we just got to get the cone out for the nose cone. Okay. Okay, that's popped in. So here's my question in regards to the head. Voltron. Okay, so that's there. Just trying to see here, what am I missing here? Because this clicks fine. Yeah, I mean, the clicking sounds, that's a good thing. And okay. And I'm going to take off this piece too, because, yeah, like I said, the transformation is different, which is cool, but it's different. But I didn't expect it to be like, parts forming kind of deal. If that's what anybody wants to like think the same, if like you feel the same way, like parts forming seems to be. All right. So in regards to this is concerned, all right, maybe. All right. Okay. So right now, this is what he looks like. Cowboy, I found him at Target. So definitely, if you're going to be searching, definitely search there. All right. Let's see what we got here now. I may have to use the instructions for this because this is kind of a little bit weird because I don't want to destroy it. Okay. Because so far it looks like I got 3/4 of the way done, and I push it down, and everything looks here. Just looks like it's halfway there. Now it's the question of what to do with the nose cone and everything else, which seems to be okay. That's kind of interesting how this is folding out. I'll show you what I mean. Right there where the waist is, this right here comes down and up. So I'm not sure if that's part of the rest of the transformation or what. Like I said, if anybody's got this figure, that's great. Alrighty. And I'm wondering too if this is part of this right here. All right, and then like I said, the weird part is too, like I have to fold these out, and then I got to see about putting this together because another cool thing too that I do appreciate, the cockpit opens. Get it, order it, man. They're selling. They are selling. Cockpit open. So this is the only part that's I got to figure out now in regards to I may have to do the head. Oh wait, not even, guys. So come on. Okay, so once this is in, maybe the head is in the correct spot. Oh. Let's see here. Okay, 1, 2. Guys, I am basically almost done. I'm going to recheck the instructions, though, just because this seems a little bit off by something, but doesn't necessarily mean I might be actually doing this right. But I will have a complaint in a second. I will see, though. This is interesting, weird. Yeah, it takes patience on that. Does it have landing gear? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Just because, well, actually, it does have front landing gear. It looks like it's one of them pain in the ass ones. Yeah, yep. Okay, nose cone has that. So, oh, am I done? No, I don't think I'm done yet. Let's find out. Yep, I know why I'm not done, because I have to do this. I have to do this, and okay, I have to do this. And if everything is the way it is, and ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if this is the way, if this is the final transformation, I broke my record in regards to transforming something online, unless it's like one of them deluxes. You know, let's face it, deluxes are not that freaking hard to change. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me just do the final. Let me do the final add-ons here. 1, 2, and folks, there we go. I transformed it without instructions, and it has one piece of landing gear. I'm going to recheck the instructions, but I don't see anything else. Yeah, no, this is surprisingly a very solid, not only is a solid transformation, but an easy one that, like I said, you have like transformations that are kind of like, oh, I can't transform without the instructions. This is one that I'm very happy to say, like I said, the only way I held these instructions up to you guys is by just showing you that, hey, it comes with instructions every right day. All right, so, yep, and like I said, I found him. In fact, I found 2 of them at Walmart. So I would have bought another one, but I'm not like one of those scalpers and all that stuff. That's like, hey, I'm going to do it and sell it for like $50 million. I believe that everybody should have a collection in regards to, you're looking for something you want for yourself. That's great. So the positives on this guy, I will say right now, looks exactly like the cartoon. I do like the front landing gear on this. I don't see any rear landing gear. Let me just confirm that on the instructions here, because I don't want to tell you one thing and then ends up being a whole different thing. Okay, yep, so everything's set to go here. And yeah, landing gear is definitely only for the front portion. And hey, Daniel, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I guess you saw that I am reviewing Studio Series Thundercracker. And like I said, we are taking a look at them and giving the positives and negatives. So the positives for sure, looks exactly like the cartoon, both in robot mode as well as alt mode. I'm happy. Has landing gear in the front, as you can see over here. The cockpit does open, in fact, which is a plus. So that makes it a little bit more authentic and realistic to what we would want. As far as I want to say this is an I want to say this is an F-16, not an F-14, because the F-14s have the wings that split off and go like expands more. This is F-16. I had one of these planes when I was a kid, but not in a transformer form. It was like a little kid's toy. Parts forming, packaging, presentation. Like I said, in regards to the artwork, phenomenal. You see everything here as is. Transformation again, very simple, very enjoyable, which surprises me because I thought this was going to be crazy. There is some differences with the Tetrajets, and I believe with the other mold, because like I said, I do have Thundercracker from Earthrise with Skywarp, which I will be unveiling probably in the future. So those are the positives. Plastic, and the plastic actually feels, it's pretty decent actually. Deco, as you can see, this is what you would want. Well, now I wonder why they went with Thundercracker first as opposed to like say Starscream or anybody else in particular. But so those are the positives. So as far as the negatives are concerned, price. Of course, I'm going to say price because almost $50 for a Voyager. Prices have gone up in the United States, folks. Canada's looking at us like, yo, guys, man, even we're cheaper than that. Which they probably are right at this point. The rate is completely almost similar. Second complaint that I have is the hollowness underneath. So this, you guys, if you see it, that's pretty noticeable. Here, let me look a little bit more for the, because the cell phone thing's kind of like screwy. But yeah, as you can see, the hollowness there, that's a big eyesore. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about it too much because you just got to set them up like that. So, I mean, from this angle, not really noticeable, not really caring about it. But again, if you're like a little kid, you're going like great. As an adult, you're like, man, that's noticeable big time. I wish they did have alternate landing like wheels or something like that for the feet. I mean, it is like basically what you would expect from the cartoon. And let me just put this on really quick. Here's some are finding stress issues with the age of the primes blast off. I would have had it today. I did take a picture and I did post it on Toy Collectors Universal and more Facebook page. I did have it in hand. I tried to cancel it through Amazon, but Amazon was like, hey, I'm sorry, we can't cancel. It's already in process of being shipped to you. So I was like, all right. So I got to wait till Thursday, but I did have it in hand. It looks good. Yeah, the colors for sure, DFS. This, I mean, this is dead on accurate. I mean, honestly, out of all of, I want to say out of all of the Studio Series figures that are out there, I mean, like Grimlock is great. The Dinobots were great. Megatron for the new one. Yeah, I'm thinking they probably will do something for this, but honestly, Quentin, if they don't, it's not a big deal because, like I said, if you're putting it on your shelf and it looks like this, you have it in an angle, nobody's going to care. It's an eyesore out of my own personal preference, but at the same time, who cares? It's going to be displayed like this. Even if you hang it up on the wall, it's like, there you go. Nobody cares. And then as far as robot mode is concerned, looks good as it is. Cartoon accurate. I think Studio Series has actually nailed the concept for this. They finally, you still got your issues, but aside from that, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the best Studio Series figures that is out there. Transformation stress level, I'd say, not bad at all. It'll take you a couple of minutes. I mean, guys, if I figured it out while doing a live stream on the first try, and it took, what time is it right now? I'll put it like this. It's 8:11. I started the stream around 7:35, so I did it. I've been talking like the last 5-10 minutes. So if I did it within a matter of talking with you guys 20 minutes, BSing and all that stuff, I mean, concentrating on doing it without distraction, maybe 5-10 minutes the most. So like I said, you guys are seeing for the first hand that the transformation is pretty solid and pretty fun. Weird, different, but in a good way. Like I said, parts forming is not, this is the only thing you got here that's different. If this comes separate from the body, but that's okay. It's acceptable. I'm not going to cry about that. I understand why they did it for packaging. And so are the end pieces here for the wings. If I'm not still frozen on your guys' end. Exactly. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Because you can do it. You can do it, man. Let me see if I could see myself doing this. Yeah. Like I said, eyesore bottom if you decide you want to go eyesore bottom. Yeah, I'm freezing on my end, and like I said, guys, I apologize for any lagging on your side. Here we go again. But that's it. That's the eyesore. Plastic feels good. Transformation feels good. Mikey likes it. And if you're old enough to know that joke, you know what we mean. Transformation is great. I've said that like a zillion times because, like I said, I thought this was going to be a tricky transformation. Turned out it wasn't as tricky as I thought it would be. And it's a fun mold. If you get your hands on it, I promise you will probably enjoy it. I will say, just because, like I said, the plastic feels a little bit weak, I would definitely take caution to the wind in regards to transformation. I mean, you don't have to go stress crazy, but I don't know. Hey, well, first off, Blunghole, what's going on, brother? How are you? You know what? I'm not complaining about it. This is the lighting. In all actuality, I'm content with it. I mean, like the Earthrise version of this guy in F14 mode, or I'm sorry, F16 mode. I keep forgetting what the planes are. That's a shame that I forgot these things. But long story short, the color on the Earthrise jet is darker than this. This is actually lighter. In fact, let me grab that really quick. So if the screen freezes with me not in the screen, that's okay. It looks the same. Stop. Look at that. It froze again. All right. Seriously hitting the internet right now. Yep. So I'm not going to unbox this right now. I'll do a comparison later on. But there's the color for this guy versus the color of this guy. And this guy's a little bit lighter, as you can tell. And judging by the height, I mean, truthfully, it looks a lot. This guy might be taller. You know, the new Studio Series, I believe, is a little bit taller. So I'm not complaining about it. No, I'm just glad I got Skywarp, and I'm glad I ended up getting Skywarp uh, from the multi-pack deal. It's been 2025. The ending of 2025 was a great ending for me in regards to collectibles. 2026 is actually starting to look even better. I mean, like I said, I just happened to be out with my son, going to Walmart, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, let me see if they got any new Transformers in stock. And all of a sudden it's like, ah, as I stay frozen on that with that stupid look on my face. But, oh, I just got to complete the series of Transformers Animated, started watching it. I got to start watching Transformers Animated. I'm so, like, caught up with, I got so many different, and I still got to do Armada, Cybertron, and the third one, Energon. Not in that particular order, and I'm gonna have to remind myself, okay, it's this, then this, then this. I do like the toys they're releasing with Armada and all that. So that's basically it, guys. So, do I recommend getting this guy, even though the price is 48 and change after taxes in the U.S.? Yeah, if you want cartoon accurate, if you want nice transformation, yeah. Playability wise, definitely worth it. I would, yeah. I'd say 4 out of 5. Like I said, the only eyesore out of this, truthfully, is the underbelly of the jet. And I'll like zoom in one more time, and you'll see it's like, oh my god, that's a lot of emptiness. But they'll probably make some kind of add-on, hopefully not super expensive, and in the accurate colors of this. So you know what? I got a little bit of time left before I have to start my other stream soon. So let me see how fast I can actually transform this sucker in reverse. So here we go. This is just because I'm having a good old time with you guys this evening. And again, thank you for joining me on such a short notice Transformers reviewy thingy here. All right, here we go. All right, remember again, throw caution to the wind whenever you're transforming this guy. Oh, I already popped it. Dang it. Because I was trying to go so fast, but no big whoop. I'm just going to fold this up until I do that. Let's see. All right, so yeah, this is like I said, the joints on this is weird. If it'll ever not show the unlagging, okay? Yeah, weird how this is. And no, I'm not doing that Renee Zellweger weird. Screw that. I don't do stupidity. Okay, so the arms are out. Give it up on the arms. Like I said, the only weird part about this whole thing is getting the head back out. Okay, the head's back out. Like, let's make him feel stupid. Okay, that's done. Okay, that could stay like that. I believe that's how it's supposed to intentionally be. Okay, the fists have to come out. Okay, and again, the reason why I'm taking a little bit more time on this, but I'm like, doing this is because of my vision. So my apologies for like such a delay in time. Okay, that's there, that's there, that's done. Okay. Alrighty. Next thing I'm gonna do is pop the wings off, and why? Oh, this is gonna be interesting now. I snapped them in, no problem. Snapping them out is gonna be a little bit different. But okay. Okay, this is gonna feel a little bit awkward and uncomfortable. Yeah, this is gonna feel a little bit weird for me. Because this is in so tight now. Maybe I have to move the wings, that's why. Ah, it's all right. So the weird part is that when they're transforming it to jet, the top is a little bit more crazier than to transform than the bottom. Google's an A's lawyer. All right, I just like taking off the fins just because I think that's going to be another reason why. Okay, so here's my only thing. I had to wiggle this out, so be very careful. It's out. It's got the click. But honestly, that's the one thing I will say makes me feel uncomfortable transforming it back. So that's my only issue. Okay, that's there. That's there. Down, down. Okay. Everybody's dinging, dinging, and doing this thing to me. Okay, 1, 2, and now it's just to put this all back together again. By the way, people are saying, like, it's all backwards. Right. Probably is all backwards. Yeah, it's all backwards. I'm a dumbass. But aside from that, yeah, it is. Okay, so if you're ever wondering, am I putting these on correctly or incorrectly? They do have two tabs on two hole tabs. You probably see the one right here by the foot, and there's another one right by where my thumb is. It's not coming on the camera too well. Okay, maybe a little bit better now. Oh, dang, that's all it was, 4 minutes. Not bad. Again, my only complaint is the fact that they put the wings back to make them look like this. It does feel a little bit uncomfortable. I won't lie. That was my only nerve wrack for this transformation. All right, so now we're back. 4 minutes. Thank you for timing me on that. I didn't expect to be timed. All right, let's do a final comparison. And you know what? Because I do have to get ready to set up for the other one later on. Now let's compare him. Should I do a double unboxing? Just to, oh man. Oh, you know what? Why the hell not? Guys, this is the first time I've even thought about opening this guy since the figure came out, the 2-pack fit came out. So I can always retape it and put it back just because I don't have the room right now to put them. But we're going to do a double unboxing. Here we go. So thank you guys for motivating me to actually do this now. So my question is scissors. Okay, scissors.
I hesitate on the scissors, and it decides to give me hard times.
So one thing I will say about this one is unboxing this one is that everything at least is together. I'm just trying to see why is that it? Wow. Easily came out. No problems here, folks. Okay. So let us do a comparison between Earthrise Thundercracker and Studio Series 86 Thundercracker. Okay, folks. There's a comparison right here. This one being, of course, Studio Series. This one, of course, being Earthrise. Height-wise, I'm gonna try and stack them together side by side here. I want to say this is now trying to stack them together as best as possible. And I apologize for the people that are watching this on the cell phone. So, height-wise, I want to say basically the same. I'm keeping it anyway, so it ain't about worth for me. Colors, definitely, you can tell the different. The lighting is different. But as far as the color is concerned, this one's got the better silver, the metallic silver, so it's more realistic, and battle damage. This one, cartoon accurate. Basically, in regards to the side look, they're kind of almost the same. No big. Actually, I take that back because you got the ports here, so that kind of ruins it for this figure, but for this one, it ruins it for it. And as far as the back is concerned, okay. This Studio Series is cleaner with the back as opposed to Earthrise. Weapons, look-wise, they, at least I will say this much, now that we're comparing both of them, I would say they kept the color scheme basically to what it was, so that's pretty good. And like I said, this is Studio Series 86. This is Earthrise. New version, yeah. I like the new one. I want to say the new one's better than the old one. I'm not going to have time to transform this guy. I may do it like on a live stream later on. Like I said, the advantages for this one is it doesn't even look like it's got battle damage. It looks clean. And like I said, this is the first time I've taken this guy out since I got him. But yeah, that's the difference between the two. If you're a G1er, you're definitely going to want to have this one in hand. And like I said, even if because it looks like the skirt folds down. Let me just double check something because I want to say, did I transform this incorrectly here? Okay, no. So this is okay. Yeah. So the behind is a little bit cleaner on this one versus this one, but front wise, this one's more accurate for G1 than this one. But am I going to get rid of this guy? No, I'm going to keep him anyway. So that's really it, guys. That's my look, first impressions on Transformers Studio Series Thundercracker, and I like it a lot. I'm glad I did get them. If it wasn't for the freaking lagging, this would have been a better stream. But you guys joining in makes it all possible, and I thank you all again for jumping in, taking the time to watch a guy like me do a review like this. I hope I persuaded you into getting this mold, and if not, somebody that's into the Transformers as well. Oh yeah, final thing I didn't even do was articulation. So seems like it's going to be like that with all the molds. You can't do a full 360 on this because of the wings, obviously. Head looks stuck. No, okay, and interesting. Okay, this is interesting. It looks like there's light piping in here. Yeah, there is, but they painted the eye, so it's like, what's the point? Should just put clear red plastic in there. So useless. Light piping, useless. But he tilts up about this much. That's as high as he's going to go. There's no way you can modify it from what I've seen. There might be videos that might show it. Aside from that, he does, like I said, the head is a little bit tight on it, and he will look left and he will look right. So I apologize for the lagging again. Arms only go like about, I want to say 180, not 360. Hip skirt. Oh, I didn't put that up. That feels stupid. Okay, so the hip skirts are weird. And I think this has to attach either that or this is a hell of a sucky ab crunch. Oh, I didn't click this in properly. So, all right. So long story short, he does have a waist rotation. A reverse ab crunch? I don't know. I don't. Here, let me lower this down again. Waist, ab crunch. Kicks about this high going forward. And I look stupid in the camera again. Not really too far back. Doesn't really have anything to do with ankle. I mean, toe tilt. That's it. That's all you're gonna get is toe tilt. I don't see. Oh, there is a ankle tilt. Thigh swivel as well. That's it. I mean, articulation wise, for the mold that's out, that's pretty impressive at least. I'm a little bit happy with that. I just got a relocked. So the thing is, guys, over here, because that's not supposed to do that. There is a tab where you can relock it in. And that's where I messed up on. So definitely pay attention to what you're doing here to make sure you lock it in place. So I'm going to have to go back later on. So that's really it, guys. There's not much more I can do with this guy. He's pretty good. And the lag is pissing me off more and more each time I do this. So again, thank you guys for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I enjoy doing these. I'm glad to be back into the stream of it all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can join my ugliness and my guests on Saturday nights with Live with UltraMegatronus, as well as the segment that I'm bringing up called an evening interview with. And tonight's evening interview at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be with the One Man a Minute TFCon Baltimore. I'm going to really be repetitive again. And it's Deluxe Baldwin. So if you know his material and you know what he's about, definitely check him out tonight. He will be on with me, and we will have a great time talking and just getting to know each other even better. All right, guys. So again, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Quentin. Thank you, DFS. Thank you. Going through everybody's names here and all that stuff. Thank you, Zan. Thank you, Ghostmax. Thank you. Doug. Matt. I'm going crazy. Thank you, Brick Builder, for coming on. Trying to remember I try to remember everybody that comes on because you guys make this is why I do this, because you guys make the stream matter. So take care, guys. Good night, one and all, and I'll see you at about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means I'll probably be on about 9:40. But you never know. Maybe I'll start on time. Take care. As we keep waiting for I will never get the outros right. Thank you again, guys. Have a great night.